Yo, Flurfs, what's up? Thank you guys all for coming. It's good to see you all. We have a great panel tonight. We have Michael Kahn, Roger Ledwell, PJ, and Jeff in the house. I hope you're all doing well.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Sam.
we are.
Oh, good.
Good.
Better than Vicky anyway.
So-
Better than Vicky.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Shout out to Vicky. I hope she gets better. She had an accident and she's in a car. She's now C3PO as PJ calls her.
Michael first called her.
So
Which is
hopefully-
funny.
Shame on you, sir.
So hopefully for a speedy recovery, Vicky. It's not nice to hear that, man. And I just hope you're gonna get better. And just hi everybody in the YouTube land. Thank you for coming. Bless you all. Please hit the like, share the show. Let us know. Everybody know we are live. So Q&A, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We got to have a question first, right?
You need a question.
Well, we've got 24 votes. You have a question to ask. Yes, 17%. No, 83%. So there must at least be 7 people coming to give us a question. So
Nice.
You think?
Yeah. I'm not going to start
Well,
holding my breath.
I see a question there. It says Eugene 12. What's good, y'all? And I said, God is good.
amen.
All the time.
On all the time.
There's a question and an answer for you.
God is good. It looks like that's it then. No more questions.
Did anybody see Illuminati croissants in the house?
Hey, what's up, Illuminati Croissant? Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while.
Mr. Croissant.
Monsieur Croissant.
Croissant. I thought somebody had eaten him and left loads of crumbs.
No, Crumb's pretty good. I like him. He was a good sports broadcaster.
I was about to say, didn't we have a troll of some sort called something crumbs? Can't remember.
Oh, and there was a announcer on Jaren's channel. His name was Crumb.
Maybe that's what
They-
I'm thinking of. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
He did a song with Boots Super Sidewinder, actually.
Oh, did you see Jake the asshole trying to fake his simulation video?
Yep.
Yeah, can you
No, I
believe
didn't.
that crap?
Like I said, the guy's a fake. He's a shill, dude.
Yeah.
Quite an old video, that though, you know.
Yeah,
Is that an old video? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but Jake the Asshole has always been actually deceitful from
Nah.
when he came on. The guy he's an idiot.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, I seen it through RV, and RV's right. You see him looking at the plane as it's coming in, and he's like, you know what I mean? Oh, what's it? Yeah, of course. He's just seen that. I'll take this opportunity. Look at that. No chemtrails in the sky. Oops, plane. Turn around. Well, it just came into sight. Look at it. Oh, come on. Come on. Madness.
He's got to get a view somehow, right?
Well,
I never liked this stuff. He's a better bass player. I don't know why he does blather stuff. He should stick to playing the guitar.
oh, Jake the asshole.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know he played guitar. Either. I only know him
Yeah.
through Jaren.
So yeah, guys, if any of you have any questions at this Q&A evening, now's your opportunity. Come in, ask us a question, or just send a question in the YouTube lands, and we will see what we can do to answer your question. You guys rock.
You almost have a good
Oh,
sermon.
so I've started reading the Bible in Hebrew today. So
Okay.
doing that.
Nice.
Guys, how just let me quickly read a piece and let me know how my Hebrew sounds to you.
I couldn't tell you.
Bereshit bara Elohim et hashiyam v'chet haaretz.
Sounds brilliant to me because I know it should sound a little and hacks, but I mean I don't know what kind of Hebrew language is. I suppose there'll be dialects as well, wouldn't there, at some point? But yeah, accents as well. But to me, it sounds
You
good.
know what I find very interesting? Elohim, Elohim. When I talk about God, it's in Hebrew, It's plural, not singular.
Illuminati croissant. Illuminati croissant. Why is Arwen's butt so big? Because he's always sat on it.
Does he even have one? Hey
I
Josh,
didn't,
what's up, man? Good to see
didn't
you
know.
guys.
I didn't know he had a big butt, but I would presume it's flattened with him just sitting there talking to chat.
No stress, Jeff. Thanks for coming, by the way. Oh,
Can you measure no curvature on that butt? That's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah.
So what's a very important question? I don't know if anybody's really asked this before. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah, straight on.
Purple.
Purple. Purple.
I never really had one. I would have to go with a light blue. So
I ain't got one either.
Yeah, purple. Definitely purple.
Michael's just a fence sitter. He doesn't want to give a favorite color. You see.
Yeah, and I love purple. I don't know if it suits me as a colour to wear, but it's my favourite colour. I mean, blues and greys and that, I suppose, and greens does maybe suit me, but purple would be my favourite
No,
colour.
Illuminati, you're definitely not banned, mate. Why would you be banned? Your comments are coming through, man.
we can read them. Yeah.
Yeah, I just answered your question.
About the big butts, yeah.
Oh, and he never minded right quick. Okay.
Oh. So what's the news abroad?
I went on Eddie Banjo's last night.
Oh, nice.
He was talking about Duffy's being a complete actor, and he doesn't have a church or anything. And I've been there, Eddie. Like, why are you saying these things? And
because they paid, Roger. That's why those actors are paid. They're paid actors for that church. Remember, it's just a chapel he rented out for that day.
They're trying to do a Scooby Doo thing, like it's a mystery, and they're all paid. Everybody in this drama.
I dare say he's a pastor. He's just not a very good one because he's definitely lying. He's definitely lying.
Watch his sermons like.
Yeah, I mean,
He preaches well. He preaches well, although I don't agree with everything he says. But yeah, I don't doubt he's a pastor.
I know. I was trying to tell Eddie that, and he ignored what I said.
I just don't
Listen,
like the doctrine he teaches.
I like Eddie Banjo, but he pushes it up.
He does push the voices up a lot.
Yeah, he did.
I've got to question anybody who pushes that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's pushing it to make money off those maps, is what he's. I think he's charging like $60, $70 a map.
So, Michael, your latest video seems to be pissing a lot of Globers off.
When don't they? It's not hard to piss a Glober off, is it?
Yeah.
The Plan of What one or the one before?
Jeremy Bird, thank you very much for your $20 super chat. Says, my question is, do you all realize how much you rock? Thank you very much, Jeremy. You're the one that rocks, man. I appreciate all of you.
Yeah, Jeremy.
No, but I do realize that we allegedly came from a rock. Apparently.
they're your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, and everything else.
Thank you very much. You're awesome. Yeah, one mind. The Hebrew word Elohim is grammatically a plural form, but its meaning can be either plural or singular. While it can refer to gods, it's most often used in singular form, referring to the. Yeah, but Elohim, based in Genesis 1, is plural. So therefore, it's the Godhead.
Mm-hmm.
Let us make God in our image.
Yeah, which actually validates 1 John 1, where God says, in the beginning, was the Word was God, God was the Word with.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And the Word
it's very interesting. Hey, Ryan, good to see you, man.
Ryan.
Whoa, he's tall.
But I found out something interesting. You know that word "et"?
Yeah.
It doesn't have any meaning in the Hebrew language. There's actually been it's a redundant word. It's just a filler, you could say. And so a lot of people, they say you don't even need to say it, and it just sounds weird without it because there's no meaning for it.
You can't even get it a plural.
There's a guy actually in history there in the Jewish nation that refused to use it because it was redundant. So he had his own type of dialect because he never said it.
Ah.
It's
Really
not
weird.
even like a verb. You couldn't give it like a past or a present. Et.
So is it like when
It's-
when you're talking and you go no to go on to the next sentence? Is it a bit like that? Like you're just well,
What's Ryan doing?
I know what
He's Home Depot. Dude, he's
Right.
shopping.
I thought I was hearing the radio trying to tune in and tune out. That's what I thought.
I'm at Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. Okay, even better.
Mhm. Anyway, it's good to see you guys here. You guys rock.
But, I mean, filler. I mean, in what kind of way? I mean, why would you need to fill language?
I think it's got to do with pronunciation that they put it in.
Right.
But it's a redundant thing. It doesn't have any
Right.
meaning.
So what is it used for? That's what I want to know. If it's just a filler, I mean, what are they filling? Like take a breath between words? Is that what it is? Or
No, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I don't know.
yeah. Strange. Yeah, Hebrew is an old language though.
But what I love about it is you can take one word, and that one word has so many different meanings.
There's a good channel. I think it's called something like Paleo Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good channel.
I gotta look that up.
No, Illuminati croissant, your video is definitely showing through, man. I would actually like to talk to Sean sometime about the Trinity chat because he definitely doesn't think he believe in the Trinity. I, on the other hand, I think it's a sensitive subject because I don't like the word Trinity because the word Trinity in itself is pagan based. You know what I mean? It's based on the occult and stuff. But the structure of the Trinity, you can put it, the three regarded, is scriptural. Just like we said now with Elohim, even it starts. There's so much scripture to back it up. So
Well, the
it'd be interesting to
doctrine of the Trinity were just something that were thought up to explain what they were reading.
Yeah, because it's not actually the word Trinity is not in the
No.
Bible, but the doctrine of the Trinity based on Roman Catholicism is pagan. But it's.
I'm not sure it is like because they still believe in Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Trinity. This
I
is
hear
my
run around Sue.
This is my issue. Like people think because Catholics believe it that it's a load of rubbish. Like, but Catholics also believe Jesus died on cross and rose again in 3 days. Like, they just let them for that.
But isn't it the Catholics that, I mean, we were talking about this before the show, isn't it them that believe Mary stayed a virgin the rest of her life?
Well,
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with Trinity, though, is it?
No, but I'm just saying.
No. Yeah, they
I'm
do.
sure that. Why is that though?
I don't know. How do you become a virgin again?
well, no. I mean,
What about poor
she had
old?
kids. She had kids. I mean, it says in the Bible Jesus had brothers. You know, so she had another.
Yeah, siblings. And the thing is,
Yeah.
their argument is that it could just be cousins.
What? What did poor
Okay.
old
Joseph married her. He's not
Yeah,
going
that's it. What did poor old Joseph do?
Exactly. He married her. He's not going to not get any for the rest of his life. Come on, don't be silly. She was a virgin when Jesus was conceived. After he was conceived, no longer. I would say after about 10 months.
Yeah, but I mean,
they were
why would Mary stay a virgin just because she conceived Jesus as a virgin?
She wouldn't.
Why wouldn't she afterwards lose her virginity? I mean, it's like, did Mary ever say I'm going to remain a virgin ever?
No.
Why? For
I mean,
what?
that's kind of a bonding of the marriage, isn't it? The first time you
Yeah,
get
but
together.
to be fair, I think they did say what's the name was too old for her, and it wasn't that kind of marriage relationship.
I think so. I
But
think
I
I've heard
mean,
that.
who said it couldn't have happened when she got older? because she was still young when
Yeah.
she had Jesus, though.
Well, she's
Well, not
17.
young, but younger.
Is it
I
17?
think I know why they do it. They want to keep that cycle going, like she's a virgin forever for eternity.
Because she's
So,
deitized, that's why.
yeah.
Because she's deitized, and if she'd had sex, she's not pure, so then she can't be, you know
A
what I mean?
virgin.
Yeah, mediated to, or be a mediator. But it's almost, it's not even just like a mediator they put her down to, it's more almost godlike status. Well, God's mother of God.
Mhm.
Godly
They
status.
just say Holy Mary, don't they? I mean,
Yeah.
I thought Holy were a title for like God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's right there with them, obviously. Now she's the mother of God, so
Mm.
and keep her in that status, keep her a virgin. You know, there she is forever, the eternal Mother Mary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Catholics are weird, dude.
Look, the thing is with what you can say with the three Godhead, you get the different authorities: God the Father, and then you get Jesus the Son, and then you get the Holy Spirit. Three distinct, different entities or persons, but they all have authority as God. But the Father has the main authority,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then Jesus, and then the Holy Spirit.
I remember when I was in the church, we used to sing a song, "God in Three Persons," the Blessed Trinity. We would sing that every Sunday almost.
Hmm.
They really do push the Trinity in the Catholic Church hard.
Yeah.
It's a must. Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, I don't mind being called a Trinitarian. I just say to people, I'm not part of the Catholic sect Trinitarianism.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't mind it because it's just
But I
it's great.
but I do stick with my statements though that the Roman Catholic is not Christian doctrine though.
Mm-mm.
I do stick with that because it's definitely not
Definitely
Christian
not.
doctrine.
Definitely not. But I mean, I dare say there is some Catholics saved because they confess the same.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
So
look, what John 3:16 is very clear.
yeah.
Whoever believes in is saved.
Mhm.
So even if they are still Roman Catholic, they can still be saved.
Of
It just
course.
doesn't mean they're following Christian doctrine.
I mean, I don't think the Pope's saved. No, definitely not. Because I don't think it's. I think the Pope knows what's going on. I don't think it's in his heart to be saved. I don't know. I think he knows what's going on. I don't think he's all for Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, he calls himself Jesus pretty much.
One mind, the Trinity, as in the Roman Catholic Trinity, is co-equal. And co-equal meaning that yes, they are all God, but the authority is different. Just like that's why Jesus
I
also
believe
said,
they're co-equal.
yeah, but he's making them co-equal as in they the same authority.
For instance, Jesus says he'll raise his temple up in 3 days. God says he'll raise his temple up in 3 days, and Holy Spirit says he'll raise his temple up in 3 days. They're all co-equal.
I wouldn't say that because Jesus says, I do what the Father does. So he looks up to the Father to do what the Father
Yeah,
does.
but that
So I'd say they're all God. Okay, they
I
all
don't
have
believe
the
there's an
same role,
hierarchy like
but
that.
I do
No.
think that there is a authority difference because even when Jesus says, I send my helper, the Holy Spirit. So that already means showing Jesus has authority over the Holy Spirit.
I just see it as different roles. I think they're
Yeah, but
co-equal. I just see it as different roles.
Holy Spirit emanates from God and the Son.
Mm.
Isn't the Holy Spirit known as the Helper though? He's like
Yeah, that's what I say. But Jesus sends the helper. That's what I said. That's why he's got authority over the Holy
What you've got,
Spirit.
look, if you're gonna agree that they're all God, then there can't be any hierarchy. Like they've all got to, it's got to be co-equal. Otherwise, they can't all be God.
Why
I
can't they
believe
all,
they're co-equal.
why can't they all be God with one that just has higher authority though?
That's not what it says. It's not what scriptures say.
Now I'm trying to figure it out because if you look at it, it does definitely show that God the Father has more authority over Jesus, and Jesus has more authority over the Holy Spirit.
I disagree.
Because even when Jesus says only God the Father knows when the time will be, not even Jesus knows.
I don't. To me, I think
But,
that
but
roles.
you've got to remember, Jesus 100% God, 100% man. That was before he were even resurrected. That he said that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to point out that it definitely it does look to seem like there is
Do you think
authority
Jesus is up
based.
in heaven now and don't know when he's coming back?
No, I don't think that now. Remember, when he was on Earth, he probably didn't know, like you said, because he was
So
in
that would
human
make
form.
they'll make them kind of all equal.
Yeah.
Except I don't see the Holy Spirit being part of the mindset. It's like just the helper.
One mind, I wouldn't say even now. No, he's definitely in heaven now. He's with God, and well, he is God, but he's with the Father, so he would know by now when the time is. I think it's because he was bound by nature, well, his natural being when he was on Earth. Maybe that's why he didn't know the time. But that would just be conjecture because you're just reading into scripture where there isn't. I'm just making conversation, by the way, guys.
Right. The only thing that would
We're
suggest
holding you to it from now on.
the only thing I would say would suggest anything like hierarchy, which I don't believe it is. I think they're co-equal, but there's different roles. It says, but I would have 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, but I would have you know that head of every man is Christ, and the head of woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Uh-huh.
That means to me that's the
Yeah,
Father.
but you see, that's what I'm saying.
That just means
The,
a
the
head.
Bible teaches authorities. So why wouldn't we expect there to be authorities under the Godhead?
I don't know if the
Well,
authorities like what.
like I said, I can't see how there can be differences in hierarchy, and them all be God. Don't make sense.
No, like I said, they're all. I'm trying to. It's difficult to explain it. It's like if you, let's say you own a business, you got three equal partners in the business, okay? But the one is always going to have higher authority than the other one because they might just have more say.
I don't agree.
Doesn't mean they don't all co-equal have authority in the business.
I,
Just one
I,
has more
I
authority.
agree with what Doctrine of Trinity says, and it says that they're co-equal,
They're
coexist.
still equal, but one has more authority.
That's where I was going
It's
to go. Like the
like
father.
I'm saying, it's like looking at a family. You got the wife and the husband and the children. The
Yeah,
wife and the husband's co-equal,
you've got,
but the husband has authority at the end of the day over the
but you
wife.
have to remember when Jesus became flesh, he got made lower than the angels.
Yeah, in natural
Yeah.
form, but
So,
his
like,
authority wasn't lower though. He still stayed Jesus, as divine Jesus though.
we still stayed God,
Yeah,
100% God, 100% man. But
but you understand what I'm saying? Because the Bible teaches us family structure that the man and the woman are co-equal, but the man has authority over the woman.
like,
So you,
look, when you look at creation, it says it was Jesus who created.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus
that
was
would,
there
you know
when
what
they
I mean?
created. He
It
was
literally says
co-creator with
Jesus created all things. Literally
says
says that in
God
John 1.
created. Yeah, it says Jesus was there. The Word.
No, it literally says Jesus created all things in John 1. Literally says that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with God. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was
Yeah.
God. The God was God was
But
with
it then
God.
goes on to say that he created all things, the word.
Yeah,
Read John 1.
I know. I'm not
Uh,
disagreeing with you, man.
no, but what I'm saying is,
hey,
like, to me,
But
there's
I'm
there's
saying he
no
was there
hierarchy.
with
Like,
God the Father and the Holy Spirit. They were all there creating together as
exactly.
one God.
There's no hierarchy, in my opinion. Like,
I mean, the scripture I read says head. I mean, I don't think head means hierarchy. I still think I'm with Michael. I still think co-equal. Um, I think co-equal, just different roles. I think head is different from hierarchy. I think it's
I'm gonna actually go with this.
go for it. Go up.
I agree with that.
F up world.
What's
Yeah.
up, Dave? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, guys. How y'all doing? I saw the
Good, good.
poll said if you had any questions, and I wondered what is the average flight velocity of an unladen African swallow? That's
let me do a luch and quickly chat GPT it.
hello, everybody.
So how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Just had the dogs outside playing with them. It got hot. Decided to come on back in and join on here and see what's going on with my peeps. Somebody was asking me to come over onto Rasta Bear's channel. He's supposed to debate Nachikita about the upward rising Earth. I said,
see
I'm
it
not
set for
even.
the 4th. I see it set for the 4th.
Oh, is that? Yeah, okay. Well, he was wanting me to come on there. I said, nope. I said, I don't even like the crowd that brings. But here's your ringer, buddy. Here's all you have to tell him.
Yeah, you see the
9.8.
the issue I have with the whole Natchez crowd is they invite people like that and then they just start ridiculing them and insulting them and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you like have an issue with it, then you're the idiot. You're the one that's being disrespectful. It's like what the hell?
Well, I just told him, I
Stone
says,
him.
when you talk to him, I says, here's your ringer for him right here. Okay. 9.8 meters per second squared is an average. Okay. It's different. It's different in different areas where this test has been done. So, what does that mean? The Earth is rising up faster and slower in different parts of the world? How does that work?
On a
Right?
quantum realm. Yeah.
Come on.
Everything's down in the quantum
We're gonna
mechanics.
start
So.
the sideways spinning Earth, you know? Dumb shit. The ever dropping Earth.
Yeah. I thought of that too. The ever falling Earth. It would be weird.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. You got it's the same thing with the speed of light. The speed of light is not a constant. Okay, it's an average that they agreed on. They agreed on an average at a physics convention in Bern, Switzerland, back in the 20s. Okay, and they came up with an average. Why did they come up with an average? Because people had different readings. People had different calculations, so they had to all agree on one. Same thing with the rate of acceleration. 9.8 meters per second is one in a very low pressure environment, and two, it's an average. So it doesn't reflect reality in any way, shape, or form.
I love pseudoscience.
Yeah. I had a guy. He says, "Oh, I said, how do you know the Earth's a sphere?" He says, "I observe it as such." And I says, "You do?" I said, "How did you look at the ground and determine it was a sphere?" He said, "I didn't say I looked at the ground." I said, "You said you observed the Earth as a sphere. How do you observe the Earth without looking at the fucking ground?"
Come on.
I looked at the sun for a day, and
No, we're not talking about the sun. You said the Earth. Now let's keep your boots on the ground there. I'm not talking about the sky. Let's talk about the Earth. You said the Earth was observed to be a sphere. So now show me how you observe this.
Yeah, if you're talking about the sun, you're observing the sun. Bloody hell.
I don't give a shit about the sun. I don't give a shit about the stars, the moon, nothing else up in the air. You know, if I wanted somebody to come over and fix my roof and he went down and started examining my basement, I would be a little suspect on that, you know?
time for a new contractor, Dave.
Jesus.
It's like voting for a government, you know.
How do you know the Earth is a sphere? Well, if you look over here at something that's completely unrelated to what you're asking, we can. What? Stop that. Just gaslighting at the highest form.
Uh-huh. That was your last show, wasn't it? Gaslighting? That was the whole.
Yeah. I don't think Americans realize that 2 centimeters is over 3/4 of an inch. You know, they don't realize that. And when you point that out, that's 25-30 seconds of an inch. That's a big fucking hole to be regenerating in a matter of days.
Oh,
well, if you put your finger in it, you can stop the pressure from the inside of the ISS from going into space, too.
There you go. Did you guys hear about there's strange noises are emanating from the Starliner spacecraft? and they don't know what
No.
it's coming from.
It's
Wow.
the aliens, man. It's the aliens.
Yeah. And meanwhile, these guys are stuck up there with witchy poo, having to ration out their food and water. And I was thinking about this too. Now, they say that they use electrolysis on water to get the oxygen. All right, that sounds good. So how are they venting out the twice as much hydrogen that's coming from it?
But
And
not just that. They're supposed to be airtight. So the thing is, it's supposed to be recycling inside there. If if it is venting out, it's not airtight.
yeah,
That'll make
and
dead
we
air,
also,
wouldn't
how are they getting nitrogen?
Mm-hmm.
I see people just think, oh, we breathe oxygen. No, you get a little bit of oxygen. You mostly breathe nitrogen. Okay.
Uh-huh. It's a mixture. It's a
Mhm.
mix of gases.
So I'm just wondering where they're getting the other elements that they add to the oxygen.
It's a fairy tale, dude. That's why the people just believe
Exactly.
it. I mean, can you really believe that an astronaut can have that little backpack on his back and have air for 4 hours doing a station?
Sometimes they're 8
Like,
hours, aren't they?
That's ridiculous.
yeah, 8 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
But
An hour and a half, 2 hours at the most.
yeah, but an oxygen tank for a scuba diver,
Yeah.
you're lucky if you get an hour.
An
Yeah.
hour and a half, I think, maybe 2 hours at the most. And well, it's 2 tanks, isn't it? So 2
And
hours.
here's what makes it worse: the deeper you go, the shorter time you get.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
it?
Yeah,
The math
it
doesn't
is.
work
It
out.
is a big fairy tale for adults. And what they've done is purposely made adults' mentalities to that of children. I mean, just watch these people arguing in these elections. Just look at them. They sound like kids on a playground yelling at each other. Ah, your mom eats poop. You know.
Yeah, we got a crisis on the border, so let's raise taxes. That'll solve the problem.
So Roger came in and dispelled the story of the massive amounts of Hell's Angels headed to Aurora, Colorado, and gangs of Venezuelans taking over apartment complexes. This is all just bullshit propaganda. Fox News ran with it, and it's all just to create this narrative. And here's what I think is funny about it. Y'all remember the Batman shooter back in 2012?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was in Aurora. And what was the theme of the movie that the guy went in and shot up dressed as the Joker? It was that Gotham had been taken over by criminals because the municipality was so corrupt, and Bane and his minions took over the city hall, right? Does this not sound like the exact same type of plot that they're putting out? And it's not even true.
They need better screenwriters, Dave.
Jesus, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. We pick this shit out. We've gotten so good. We pick it out before it even ink dries on the headlines.
It's funny.
Boy, did I just date myself. Ink on headlines, right?
They use vegetable oil for ink, don't they?
Yeah. So do we have any questions, man? What's going on?
Nothing yet.
You think this is one thing I don't get about this. It's like they're always moaning, "Oh, you never answer our questions." And it's like, okay, you never ask us questions. Yeah, this is your chance to give questions. Come ask. They don't come. Oh, you're too scared to debate. Okay, here's your debate opportunities. They don't come to debate. It's like, what the hell?
No, they won't.
I got one in chat from TV. A waterfall falling over a cliff.
Ignore TV. He's just how can I put it, an idiot.
Oh.
You know
like
the cause
Jared
of the
was
waterfall? Okay, TV, what is the cause of the waterfall? I'll entertain you for a minute there. Wow, who's spamming the shit out of the chat now?
I have no idea, dude.
You see
What?
that?
The hell?
Rabbi
Rothschild.
Rothschild. That's in Twitch. No, kicked.
Because, I'm not.
That's a link or something.
You hear that? Water going over a waterfall proves that the Earth's a globe. How about that? I thought it was just due to the fact that there was no containment at one end of the fucking body of water, and it was kind of like going downhill and came to an abrupt drop.
Yeah, kind of like water displaces the air around it, and then it like falls, and then hits the hard ground, and then pulls up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Why would that be? Because it's denser than the bloody air around about it.
Well, I think Jaren came to the conclusion that rocks cause waterfalls.
Yeah, that was. I remember that joke. But like I said, TV is an idiot. Sorry, guys. I have to put my mind straight. The guy's an idiot. He knows why I'm calling him an idiot.
I'm surprised he's back.
Yeah.
How do you know the Earth is a globe? Because we looked at the sky. Well, all right.
Well, didn't you hear the latest one, Dave? Hypothesis don't require an IV and a DV.
Okay, sure. Okay. Who said that?
So I want to ask a logical question.
How do you find out?
Is an experiment? Yeah, is an experiment based on a hypothesis?
Yeah.
If your hypothesis doesn't tell you what the IV and DV is, how will you do an experiment?
How do you get down find out the answer to your hypothesis?
In experiments and hypothesis test, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's testing what the hypothesis is. The hypothesis is your guess on what you think is causing the natural observed phenomena. So IV and DV is the constituent part of a hypothesis.
Yeah.
Well, Global Mum says you don't need a IV or a DV. So what exactly are you looking into?
Well, Global Mom also says there's methods.
I get that a lot. There's more than one scientific method. And your method, was it Planner Walk was saying he has like a different method completely than the standard
walk method.
scientific
Then
method.
that's not scientific, is it?
Yep.
I don't think there's any. Science is nothing. Is basically using logic.
Yeah.
Okay, and logic is logic. You don't have methods of logic. Logic is logic. It's either a logical conclusion or it's an illogical conclusion. That's it. That's where you get to stand. Okay, and if your method is outside of what has been determined to be a logical method, and there's no logic to it, then you're doing what's called pseudoscience. Okay, that's what that is. That's just making shit up, pulling it out of your ass.
Yep, illogical.
Yeah, they usually do what we call circular reasoning.
Yep.
And then they think circular reasoning based on correlation means science.
See, gravity comes from Uranus.
And this is exactly why science doesn't prove things anymore, because they've realized their correlation pseudoscience doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I think anything to do with how the symptom comes from Uranus, isn't it?
Oh, that's what Craig and McToon swear upon. Is it science doesn't prove anything?
Well, that's convenient.
I know.
Vicky needs to rule her out already. She's starting to get itchy arm already. She's only just got it on. You know,
oh my God! I saw that she said about that on Facebook. She messed up her arm.
No, TB, you're an idiot because you say false things about me. That's why you're an idiot.
What is
you don't
TV
believe in
stand
upward rising Earth? No, who actually does believe that? I mean, there again, I killed it. I destroyed it.
The only people that believe upward rising Earthers are gullible cultists.
Yep.
Yeah, I would definitely say you're an idiot if you believed in that, but because you don't believe in it, I wouldn't say you're an idiot because of that. I'd say it's because
he knows why he's an idiot.
Exactly.
He knows exactly why I'm calling him an idiot.
Yeah, I'm going to get a box and a bottle of water, and I'm going to go do an experiment, gentlemen.
There you go.
I know. That'll prove it all.
Well, it's right there destroyed. It's right there destroyed. At the fact that the 9.8 meters squared is a average. Okay. That means non-consistent. Okay. Even if it's only a little bit, that's non-consistent. And that would mean that the Earth is rising different speeds in different areas. Which what? Shut up.
You can't have that. It won't work.
No.
There's so much wrong with it. But hey, what can we do? I think we should just leave that cult alone and let them do what they do.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
it'll
said.
just
I don't
die
want
out
to.
eventually.
Yeah, it's going to become a mess over
Yeah,
time.
guys. Yeah, TB doesn't believe in the uprising Earth, so that's not why I'm calling him idiot. Just to let you guys know.
I got you.
There's a lot of reasons people can be an idiot.
Yeah. None of us here are upward rising Earth is TB.
No,
Nope.
We're the
No.
ones talking against it.
I'm not a sideways moving Earth or any other thing. It's not moving at all. Okay.
Oh,
Station.
And
I've
I
actually
think
got a
that
video.
I
I've
think
actually
the
got a
upward,
video we can go through.
I think the upward rising Earth
Nice.
shit is in a worse position than the rotating Earth people.
Yeah, I've said that as well. Absolutely.
Let's say,
More trouble.
I've
let's say if
got
the
a- I've
average
got a
is.
video.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I've got a video we can go through if you guys want to. From the
Sure.
real physicist.
Is it Action Lab?
Sabina Hossenfetter? Get that?
No, remember the South African, the real nuclear physicist.
Ooh, Craig.
A real.
Remember,
it's
we've actually saw this guy before.
Is that what it's
Remember?
called? Oh, it's.
Remember this guy?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
made a
him.
new
Yeah, I
video.
remember him. He did?
He made a new video, and
Holy
it
shit.
actually correlates to this rising Earth nonsense.
It's Pauly Shore.
He's not a
The
nuclear.
Weasel?
His name is
The
Heinrich,
Weasel.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I remember
and
him.
he believes he
Yeah.
understands physics so well. Literally, gonna see what he's gonna present now. Oh, and it's specifically dedicated to me, by the way, guys.
All right.
Nice. Even better.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flatzoid. He's getting dedicated around the globe.
Everywhere. I'm getting dedicated everywhere. Okay, you guys ready to watch this?
If you think that gravity is not real, then this might be for you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Heinrich, the real nuclear physicist. Something that has been popping up and is as old as the flat earth model itself is the fact that they deny gravity. And among the latest is Flatzoid, who seems to claim that it's due to relative density. And today we're going to show that relative density does not make sense without a force vector.
Okay, what did you guys find wrong with what his statement was?
We need a vector.
No. Do I
Density?
ever claim relative density, or do I claim relative density disequilibrium?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't push I don't push specific gravity. If anybody can find me ever pushing specific gravity, then please find a clip for me.
All right.
Because this is the idiocy I keep getting from these people. They don't know how to distinguish the difference between relative density, aka specific gravity, to relative density disequilibrium. It's two different things.
Have we, before we move on, have we seen any evidence that he's a nuclear physicist?
No.
No, I don't think
We
so.
have seen, however, evidence that this guy's a total chuff nugget.
I can't go serious from the guy unless I see that he's telling the truth.
I want to see his diploma.
Yes, Miss Mod, TB is one of Paula's little defenders.
I've heard that name in a long time.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what TB is doing here, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
David. Hello, David. How's it going?
TV's told me.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? I just had a few questions for you. I am more on the flat side. I came into Flat Earth last year, so I'm not like probably as familiar with it as you guys. But I just had some questions for you because my brother, I don't know if you remember me, I was in your stream a lot earlier last year too. I go by Vito Lee on YouTube, so.
Okay, but it's good to have you here, man.
Yeah, what's up, man? Oh, I love you guys' show, by the way. Yeah, this is like awesome.
You see it,
For the first time.
Thank you.
Yeah, my brother's like super religious, and every time I try to like say what the shape of the earth is based on what the Bible says. He just keeps telling me that it's not an actual representation of the shape of the earth. So, well, how would you guys answer that question?
I would say, how do you know that? I would ask him to break that down. Where do you get that from?
Where does it show? Where does it show any version of heliocentrism in Genesis?
Yep.
How do you get Earth first and Sun after?
That's good. Yeah, no, because like he keeps saying that he like sees other videos and other people's content like online and stuff pointing to that it's not a historical narrative. And
Well,
yeah,
there's your problem, David. There's your problem. You've got somebody that doesn't think. Okay, you've got somebody that relies on information provided by other people, whether or not their perception of that person is credible or not. That's it. That's what it comes down to. He's not really thought about it. He's just looking at what other people say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Ash experiment, David, but that's a really interesting one to look up. ASCH, I believe.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'll go check that out.
It's really interesting. It shows how people will conform, and it's interesting as hell. This guy automatically just starts going along with the crowd, even though he knows 100% that the answer that he's given is wrong, but he's doing it because the rest of the crowd is doing it. And you can actually see the physical discomfort in his body language as he's having to do that,
But
just
peer
to
pressure.
conform to the group.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
cool,
mean,
cool.
if you try, it depends on what type of how can I put it? What way you're trying to go to give the argument to him. I would say, if you want to go on a biblical standpoint, I think it would be better to show him scripture and then say, look here, does this comport with your heliocentric belief system?
Okay.
If not, then how are you going to that combat it? Because I'm always putting the argument up: are you calling God a liar or man a liar?
Oh yeah, okay, cool, cool. I like that. Do you have like top three like scripture that I could show him? Like best in your opinion, I guess I should ask.
Yes, Genesis 1 is the best to go start off with, I'd say, because it shows the creation narrative, and you can explain it as Moses spoke to God face to face. So, because God told Moses face to face how he created the heavens and the earth, it's a historical narrative. It's not figurative. It has to be literal.
Also, the earth, I can't remember exactly where it is, but the earth takes form like clay under a stamp, that kind of thing. Because that's a perfect illustration of it if you think of it. You know what I mean? Of what we believe it flat earth is. You press that down in a bit of clay, what's going to happen? You know, I think to get a picture of it, that's decent. I mean, stationary, all them scriptures.
Yeah, but I think if you want to hear more about good arguments like that, I don't know if you watched the latest chat where Josh Monday and myself was on Kingdom in Context, Sean's chat. We were talking about biblical cosmology and stuff.
That was good.
Because that was a good chat. You might. Hawkins is restreaming us again.
No doubt. He just hasn't got a life.
He's got.
I support racism.
Yeah, he's got 3 viewers, one of which is me right now, over here on the other screen.
You do know Sean Hawkins is the one that's racist because he says you're a hillbilly that no good, you should just die.
I don't know where he even gets the idea that I'm a racist from at all. Where's that
That's
at?
the thing. He's a projecting racist because he literally has a hate for all hillbillies, as he says, rednecks, as he says. So the guy
that's because you know what? He probably brought his stupid shit around some good old boys, and they whooped the shit out of him for it.
Probably.
You know,
maybe
that's probably what happened.
Maybe that's why he's so dumb today. They knocked too much brain cells out.
Well, he didn't have many to knock out.
Wow, Godzilla 37, thank you very much for your gifting 10 memberships, man. Really appreciate the support. You rock. Thank you for all the support, man. I really do appreciate it. Okay, anyway, this is the Ash support, David. The Ash experiment that Sov was talking about earlier. Really good stuff. It's not copyright struck us or anything.
No.
No. Because I've seen you play it before a few times. It's been fun.
Yeah.
The Ash experiment is one of psychology's oldest and most
Thank you
popular
again,
pieces of
Godfrey, man.
research.
You rock.
A volunteer is told that he's taking part in a visual perception test. What he doesn't know is that the other participants are actors, and he's the only person taking part in the real test, which is actually about group conformity.
Please begin. The experiment you will be taking part in today involves the perception of line length. Your task will be simply to look at the line here on the left and indicate which of the 3 lines on the right is equal to it in length. So, for example, if you think
The actors have been told to match the wrong lines. The volunteer will be monitored to see if he gives the correct answer or if he goes along with the opinion of the group and gives the wrong answer. In the first test, the correct answer is 2.
1. 1. 1.
Two.
1.
Once again, the correct answer is 2.
3. 3. 3.
3.
3.
The Ash experiment has been repeated many times, and the results have been supported again and again. We will conform to the group. Again, we're very social creatures. We're very much aware of what the people around us think. We want to be liked. We don't want to be seen to rock the boat, so we will go along with the group. Even if we don't believe what people are saying, we'll still go along.
1. 1. 1. 1.
Group dynamics is one of the most powerful forces in human psychology.
1. 1.
There we go.
Wow. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go along with the group. Not now, anyway.
I'll put the link in for you, David, in the private chat. Yeah, if you maybe go watch that chat.
That goes to the Josh Monday.
Yeah, it's a chat
Okay.
Josh Monday and myself had with Kingdom in Context.
I think David's phone's dead.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, he is able. Dave, if you can hear us and you can't, just email me on flatzoid@gmail.com and I'll be more than happy to talk to you there as well, man. But yeah, the Ash experiment, that's very interesting because it is definitely conformity. And that's exactly the thing that I think this is a successful thing that's been going on. Because definitely people today are conforming to everything. No two shits about that. They just conform because of peer pressure. And they conform so easily that they don't even feel, how can I put, negative about it. They just accept it. It's like, okay.
We got
It's
the
really
beep
bad.
whistle going off over here. The rescue squad's taking off to go. Somebody got hurt.
No stress, Vidali. I think that's David, by the way. Short man. You know what? I want to put that link for you as well. There's that link, David. Then you can go and watch it because we talk about a whole bunch of different scriptures that you might find interesting and points about this. So, yeah. What's up, Sleeping Warrior? Says check out the Stanford experiment and also the Milgram experiment.
Milgram.
Both find the same topic.
Stanford, is that the Screws one? Was that the one where they became prison officers?
Yeah, the ones who were the way that was crazy.
Yeah, that's mental.
The outcomes of that, where they actually believed at the end of the day they were like
Prisoners
inmates and
and
others believed they were police.
There was another where this teacher, she took a group of, I think they were like third graders, fourth graders, something like that. And she told the class, she said that she'd found where scientists had found that brown or blue-eyed people were better and smarter than brown-eyed people.
What?
Right? Now this is she just told this class this. And so within a short period of time, the kids with brown eyes started doing worse in their work. The blue-eyed kids started doing better. But it went beyond that. The blue-eyed kids had come up with derogatory names for the brown-eyed kids and vice versa, and they were separating themselves into little groups and everything like that. And she let this go for about a week.
Wow.
Then she came back and she said, I was mistaken. I got that backwards. What scientists had really found is that brown-eyed kids are smarter and better than blue-eyed kids. And the results reversed.
Wow.
Completely reversed.
Isn't that mental?
Yes.
Wow.
And then when she came back after that, went for a little bit, she goes, I tricked all of you. There's no such study was ever done.
No.
But look how you all acted based on what you just were told. Like, and it was so cool that these kids, that after they were adults, they went back to the school to thank that teacher for that lesson, because it really taught them a lot about how your perceptions are guided.
That's brilliant. That's amazing.
That's interesting. This is another one that the cinema must look at. Fleas in a jar. Interesting.
Training fleas requires a glass jar with a lid. The fleas are placed inside the jar and the lid is then sealed.
Oh, I got that.
They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid.
Can you believe that?
Their behaviour is now set for the rest of their lives.
What?
And, when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example.
Wow.
Yep.
That is
crazy stuff, man.
Yep. You set your own limits.
So if you put your dog in a balloon for a bit, you never have to worry about fleas jumping on you.
Think about it. That's exactly how globers are. From a young age, they condition you to think a certain way. And when you finally get challenged to get out of that box, you fight tooth and nail to stay in that box.
Yeah, they can't go above that lid.
Well, it's really there's where your cognitive dissonance starts coming in, because I'll be talking to these characters about this. I say, well, can you cite any kind of an experiment that demonstrates or verifies that air is pulled to the earth by gravity? And they immediately go, well, air has mass. Oh, well, okay, if you say so, so what? No, well, mass attracts mass. I said, no, that's a myth. Boy, they just flip the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, all you have to do is show me proof that a mass of air can be attracted to a mass of any other thing. Go for it. Do it. Show this experiment.
But you know how idiotic this is? When I said to even, I think it was FTFE, if mass attracts mass and you're claiming gas is attracted to mass, then why is Mount Everest not covered in gas?
Right. Should have its own little
Why
atlas.
can't you breathe on top of Mount Everest? Because it's supposed to mean that the higher you go up on Mount Everest, the more gas there would be, because it's all clumping to that mass.
Yeah.
But next to Mount Everest, doesn't matter how far you go, on the same altitude, has the same amount of gas than on Mount Everest.
And that's the thing.
Go ahead.
If that did happen, you know what I mean, mass, mass got attracted to mass, that's a bigger mass, then the next mass is it's just going to be one big mass. You know, that's it.
Right.
One big mass. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, if I take a VLP environment, very low pressure, and that's what I've begun calling vacuum chambers, because it's not a vacuum. It's just very, very low pressure. All right. So I got this VLP chamber, and I release some air into that VLP chamber. Is that air going to fall to the bottom of the chamber? Because of gravity? Is all that, the little bit of air, it's just going to go clump. There it is, down there on the bottom. There's none in the rest, but it's just boom, down there. No, that's not going to occur. Why? Why not? It's just like the idea of having you trap some air in a sealed box, about yay big, right? You put it into that VLP chamber, suck as much of the air out of there as you can, and then you open that little box. Is that air going to stay in the box because of gravity holding it? It's the same fucking air you had out here that gravity was holding, right?
Exactly.
So what happened? Gravity said, "Oh no, I can't hold that air because it's in a fucking vacuum chamber." What?
It's very selective, gravity. Very selective.
Then explain why an asteroid belt hasn't formed into a planet or moon.
That's it.
Because gravity's selective, man.
Of course.
It's crazy.
Yeah, would you guys say that these people are like lost forever, or should like we just keep trying?
Some of them,
it's a choice.
Some of them, yes. Some of them, yes.
And with every one of them, it's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's a choice.
It's. I mean, look at some cultists. Okay, people that are part of cults. Some of them choose to get out. Some of them choose to stay there. It all comes down to choice.
And choice, yeah. There's a lot of wolf.
You can take a camel to go to the well to drink, but you can't force it to drink.
No. There's a lot of willful ignorance going on. People see the logic, but still deny it. They convince themselves.
Yeah, because I read this article even from the NASA website to like one of my coworkers the other day because she doesn't believe in it either, saying that they were shooting probes into the sun and they were able to send back, like all this information from the sun's atmosphere back to wherever the hell it's getting from. But
yeah.
I was like, well,
did you know they went?
sorry, go ahead.
Didn't you know they went at nighttime?
No,
So
yeah,
it wouldn't burn up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I mean, think about it.
Really,
I mean, they said they like got the probe so close to the sun. I'm sorry. How hot do they say the sun is again?
And how far? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we feel the sun from here, okay? And we have the atmosphere to protect us, quote unquote, okay? Now, what happens if you don't have anything to protect you and you're getting closer and closer? None of it makes sense. I mean, you can't tell me a piece of plastic is going to withstand those temperatures. Or a piece of titanium or anything they put on there.
I've come to some really, I've been throwing a lot of things around in my head here recently. I saw a thing where this guy made a torus field shape using copper and stone, and they held this gold ball over it, and it started doing a circle motion around it, And I was looking at that, and I was like, holy cow, man. That's really kind of interesting, And then, other little bits of information come to me. In alchemy, sun represents gold. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of some strange shit going on here. But I've also come to the idea, I'm thinking, what if the sun's energy, whatever it is, how it works or whatever, and this is just food for thought, is a form of induction. In other words, it's not really producing heat. It's the reaction between it and the plate of the earth. Kind of like, have you ever seen a magnetic induction burner for cooking? Right? And the temperature, how intense that effect is on the pan is, of course, it's done with a rheostat, but it would also be effective by removing or changing the distance of the pan to the source of the magnetics. And I'm thinking to myself, what if that's what it is? Because if you go higher, it gets colder. You go down into Death Valley, it's the lowest point below sea level. And it is hot all year long. Always. It's fucking hot. You can wear shorts and no shirt all year long there. You come out of bad water and you're going to have to put on something. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that's very reminiscent of that because, let's face it, we don't even know what this is. It's not a ball of fire. And it's not a nuclear reactor. We know that. That's bullshit. I don't know what it is. But whatever, I'm thinking I might be on the right track with that line of thinking. And not necessarily at the ground. They say, oh, well, that works with iron and this, that, and the other. Way, dude, we've got an impenetrable barrier at 8 miles that they don't know what the fuck it's made out of.
Exactly.
So, I'm just throwing all these things out there. These are just things for discovery, but I don't claim them to be fact or anything like that. It's just good food for thought.
It is.
Because we've determined what this shit isn't.
No, of course.
Let's start looking to see if we can figure out what it is.
Well, let's just do what the Globies do. Make a declaration, and then if anybody disagrees with it, they're just dumb.
Uneducated.
Yeah, you're just uneducated. You're not keeping up with our pseudoscience, so therefore you're just you're stupid. You're science deniers. I almost wanted to show a video tonight from Thunderfoot.
Okay.
Measuring the Earth, how to make flat earthers cry. The guy's so stupid. He took a time lapse of Polaris from one place, took a bubble level, and placed shadows to get angle readings, drove a distance, did the same the next night, taking again to Polaris, angles, and then says he measured the Earth. Literally, he measured it 10,000 kilometers too small. Well, he calculated it 10,000 kilometers too small and says, oh, well, that's fine. It was just for under $100. So it's not measured then because you couldn't get the same value. Measurement means the value stays the same, does it not?
Yep. You don't measure a board, cut it, and then come back and measure it again, and it got longer.
Exactly. That's also the thing. They don't understand the difference between calculation and measurement. And I also commented, guys, like, dude, you do know you use the flat earth to make these measurements to do your calculations.
Chris,
it's really idiots.
Busy. There must be a lot of people getting hurt today for Labor Day because that's the second time now in the last half hour that I've heard the whistle go off down here at the rescue squad.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. They're a Johnny on the spot. It's volunteer. It's volunteer. They're not tax funded.
The link is there, but I'll stick it again for you. Sorry, Jam.
I always tell people you just need to dismiss their poll.
Yeah, they try and people struggle to get the link for some reason.
Just don't know that you have to get rid of poll to
get rid of the poll first. If the poll's there, you just dismiss it, and that's then the link.
Also switch it from top chat to live chat.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on live chat all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always use live chat.
Yeah, it's top chat. It doesn't always give you everything.
You guys want to carry on with that video from the real nuclear physicist?
Yeah, man, why not? I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I want to see Sabina.
Because he says this guy's so smart, guys.
Oh, wow.
But just see how he actually is making our point about relative density to circular, and he doesn't know how.
He looks like Craig's little brother.
He looks like a Peter Markley brother.
Oh, we look at people.
Long hair.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Spotting some serious noodles, isn't it, PJ?
Some serious noodles.
The idea that objects fall due to the difference in density is valid because they do lower because they have different density. But they can't move downward without a downward force.
Did you just hear that? Density caused it to move in a direction. That means it's got a vector. That means it's got a magnitude. So therefore force. Then it says, oh, well now you need a force. We're not talking about specific gravity. Oh, guys, I think Chris is in the house. Hello, Chris. How's it going?
Hi together.
How you doing? You good, dude?
Nice to be with you.
Good to see you, bro.
Nice to see you all together. Hi.
Hey, you're sounding much better tonight.
He's on his phone.
For sure, yeah. I was late. I was at the end, you know. But
no, I'm saying you're on your laptop, aren't you? You came onto mine earlier, and I said you've got a new microphone. He says no, he's on his laptop.
Okay, it sounds much better. Yeah.
Sounds a lot better.
Yeah, because there's a mic on it, but it's an old laptop, but no problem.
Oh.
Okay.
He's still doing his job, so I keep it.
Okay.
So
Watch
what,
this.
what
Similar to you in your car moving backward if the car's accelerating.
Guys, notice he's going to be pushing a Deltardian argument here.
Oh.
Notice, guys, this is a Globo, okay?
Mhm.
Pushing the same argument as a Deltard. And the Deltard say they're not pushing Globotoric. Just to point that out to you guys.
Accelerating forward. And today we will be taking a look at just such an experiment.
This van is filled with gas. It's filled with air.
Yeah.
Sarah, go ahead and punch it again.
I use this all the time.
Emergency stop. Quick. Goes back.
Wow.
Now,
Wait, before he gives his thing there, what did we actually see happening there, guys? This is very simple.
A temporary increase in density of the atmos within the vehicle as it accelerated forward.
So displacement because of the sloshing of the air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the displacement caused the acceleration of the balloons in its vector.
Yep.
Oh, wow. So relative density disequilibrium.
There you go.
No, but this is really a good demonstration. So yeah, you're right there.
David, thank you very much for your $10 USA. Just want to say thanks for having me on briefly. Have a good stream, guys. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for this. And you're always welcome, by the way, Dave. If you want to contact me privately, just let me know as well. I'll be more than happy to converse with you, man. You rock.
Nice.
Sorry, guys, go on.
Yeah, fine.
There we go. Okay, let's carry on.
see that when the system is stationary, the balloons do not move forward, nor do they move backward. They are exactly still stationary.
Okay, I'm going to point out something. So when the car has stopped, it hasn't moved, those balloons are staying in one place. Are those balloons tethered?
Yes.
So in other words, the one hanging from the roof is tethered by a rope, so it can't accelerate further down.
Right.
And the one in the middle that's tethered to the floor is tethered so it doesn't accelerate up, correct?
Absolutely.
Correct, yes.
Huh. Okay.
One has
So where was the accelerating car for that, Heinrich? You keeping them, you literally tethered them to stop them from accelerating. Why? What's causing them to stay, to move in the, to move in those positions if we had to cut those strings? Displacement.
Of course.
No accelerating earth needed, no accelerating car. It's just an unbalanced force.
And you also have the good difference of denser and what's heavier. Because one goes up, one goes down. It's really a good example.
Yep. It's just displacement. I don't know what's so hard for these guys to understand. And this is supposed to be a nuclear physicist.
We have to make mess about it, then we're sure. That's their claim,
Oh man, now okay.
That happens due to gravity. If we take the balloon filled with air as our reference point, if the car is accelerating forward, you will be falling backwards. And the helium balloon will be rising or moving away from you because of the differences in densities. It's a bit easier to explain with a
Do that because the differences in densities. So displacement then. Why is it these people are so idiotic? They don't understand that when they say our argument and just don't say it's displacement, making our arguments valid, saying we're wrong, they're just showing to be total idiots.
I know. They say this partly. They say the same thing as you.
They say the same thing. They just don't say the word displacement. Therefore, you're wrong. It's like, dude, you're literally making our point to the T.
Exactly.
But that's practically all he does, you guys. That's his whole video. Just saying, "Ooh, gravity!"
Glass jar,
Why hasn't
water, and an air bubble, because then you can visually see what happens. If the jar is rushed forward, the air bubble is moved forward because all the water is more dense than the air bubble, and the acceleration forces all that water to the back. Just like if you had a rock and it falls downward, the acceleration pulls the rock downward and forces the air that is less dense than the rock above it. And this is all that I have for you today. It was a really
So displacement then, relative density disequilibrium. Thank you.
Oh well.
But I'm wrong apparently.
He's no physicist, man. No way.
No, he well debunked you there, Flatzoid. Well debunked you, man.
Well, he probably had a chat with Dal. I don't know, because they seem to be on the same par with physics.
He's German, right?
No, he's South African.
South African, okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to see
boertjie. Hy's 'n regte boertjie. Hy's
That's
van
different. Yes.
because I like that Sabina Hassenpfeffer. Boy, I'll tell
She's
you.
pissing a lot of people off lately, you know. I think at the end of the day, she might just become a flat earther.
Maybe.
Where she
Or Dr. Evil's
she's from.
assistant. Or
Fire a laser! But I just love how she talks as a masochist, you know.
Sorry, Sophie, is she from German? Is she from German or?
She's German. Yes, I think she's German.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a German girlfriend when I lived over there. Her name was Sabina too. It wasn't her though.
Yeah, Sabina's a nice name.
Yeah, Sovereign.
Could be. I don't know.
Shy.
She might have gotten into a horrible car accident between now and then. So I don't know. That's possible.
German got lots of problems at the time. Really, the politic is so unbelievable crazy.
Yeah. Well, but Germany is going crazy at the moment, man.
Yeah, it's really insane.
Yeah.
They had terror attacks, you know, and they wouldn't say any word in the media or anything. Yeah.
But they won't let them know because they're letting the terrorists in their country. So.
Yeah, and like the president, you know, in the chancellor, you call it in Austria, she said she didn't said any word about the terror attacks. You know, it's really so they're pushing it under the carpet and finish, you know, so the people stay calm now.
In I'm trying to remember if it was 84 or 85. The PX complex in downtown Frankfurt. It was like there was the only security that was actually there was like if you went into one of the stores, like the clothing store, the PX grocery store, the electronics, or whatever, you had to show a military ID in order to be able to do commerce there, right? But civilians were walking around in and out of this place, right? So I went down to this complex one day to get a stereo. I wanted to get this new AWA stereo. It had linear tracking turntable and all this shit on it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that fucker. So I went down there, looked at it, said, yeah, I'm going to get that. So I was going over across this little quad, walking over to go get money from the bank so that I could go and purchase this thing. And I got no more than probably 50 yards from this place, this electronics store, and kaboom! Blew up.
Oh.
And I was like, what the hell? I hit the ground. Everybody else was like, what the hell? These sirens started going off, all this other shit. Well, I had just narrowly escaped a terrorist bombing in the electronics store. Luckily, nobody was killed. There was a few people injured.
That's crazy.
And then they tightened up security, you know, and, you know, had us really on edge. So one day I was in the Kaserne, the barracks, which was basically like a big embassy. The outside of the building out there is Germany. Inside is considered the United States.
Okay.
So I was one Sunday afternoon, I'm on the second floor of this place, and I'm sitting in the window with my legs hanging out over the ledge of the window, and I'm polishing my boots, getting ready for Monday morning, right? All of a sudden, this car comes around the corner, swerves, and hits the little guard rail and that was in front of the building. It went through it and then hit the building right underneath me. And I'm waiting for this thing to explode. Nothing happens. I look down, this drunk ass German dude gets out of his car and starts staggering around and shit. It was just a drunk driver, but I swear to God, I thought I was going to blow up right there. I thought for sure there was some kind of a terrorist attack. It was just a drunk driver. Crazy, crazy. But that was a crazy time because they set off a bomb at the Frankfurt airport too.
Yeah.
And I went down there after it had happened, and it was like this whole area of that terminal was just all glass, and all the glass was just busted out. I guess somebody had put an explosive device in one of those cylindrical ashtray garbage can things. You ever seen those?
Okay.
And that's what blew up. But yeah, they were, and it wasn't Middle Easterners either. No, it wasn't. It was German terrorist group called the
what time you had when this happened?
84 and 85.
In the afternoon or?
No, in the afternoon. The bombing at the airport, I believe that was in the afternoon. Same with the one at the PX. That one was right in the afternoon. I think it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There was people all over that place, and I knew better. I was telling people, I said, do not go to the explosion. Wait, don't go yet. And people were wanting to run over in the explosion. And I knew that one of the biggest tactics that they've used before is you blow up a bomb, a smaller bomb, and then everybody rushes in there to help the victims. Then you set off the big bomb and kill them. And they did that a lot, man.
Yeah, they were asking about the Tomb of Eliminations model. I don't know if you guys have seen his channel before.
Sure.
It's the guy that stands in front of the whiteboard and explains like, all the toroidal fields and stuff.
Yes.
It's interesting what he says.
Yep.
Only thing is none of it that he presents is provable.
Provable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
But
more
I
of
got
this
nothing against the guy.
theoretical.
Yeah. I got nothing against the guy. It's just none of it is provable. But it makes more sense in the globe, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Boots on the ground, what you can actually prove. That's what you can stick with. I see too many people, they use this, well, it's this and it's that, and they make claims, okay, like on the possibility that there's more land beyond Antarctica or whatever, right? Well, then they start, treating that as fact. Well, go by what you can actually prove. Okay. And you don't need to do that to prove the Earth is not a globe at all.
That's exactly what the Globers are sitting in with, because they've taken everything and they've theoretically, just called it science, so therefore it's fact.
Yeah.
Because they theorized this
for sure.
without proving it, therefore it's fact, and then they find issues with it, and then they make a God of the Gaps argument and theorize that as well, and all of a sudden since the beginning they've never validated anything, but everything is taught as facts just because they theorized it.
The most didn't have looked into it.
You're breaking up there, man.
We get the disconnect, okay.
Oh, okay, so here's what's going on. I heard those whistles, the rescue squad whistles. And there's a fire at they just saw it on Facebook, a brick house nursery on Redmond Store Road has a barn on fire. So that explains the.
That's quite hectic.
Yeah.
And on Labor Day too, that sucks. I hope nobody got hurt.
No, it's not a nice world. It's really insane. When they don't put it in the news or something, that terror attacks like in Germany happens. This is really insane, just to carry it under the carpet so that they stay cool. But when this comes out, it's really get crazy.
Did you guys see the latest news? Apparently, there's more than one sun found in our solar system now.
Oh, isn't it?
Isn't it convenient?
Of course.
Yeah, isn't that convenient? Now for the 24-hour sun.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden there's more than one sun in our solar system.
No doubt.
Weird how that works, eh?
No doubt.
How's that for timing? Let me see if I can get it quickly.
Wow.
And you know, they've been putting this thing out. I saw New York Post put out, somebody had snapped a picture. It said, this guy took a picture of 5 suns. And I'm like,
it's
what?
yeah.
And I looked at it and it's so obviously fake. The cloud pattern is exactly the same in front of each one of the images of the sun. And it's put out there like that to go, oh, yeah, that's bullshit about there being multiple suns, right?
And this theory started actually a while back, named Nemesis theory. It's called two suns. It refers to a theoretical second sun in our solar system as a dwarf star named a Greek goddess of Nemesis. But there's another one say they've looked like they say there is another one. I'm trying to look.
I heard a lot.
Science News. Early solar systems may have had two suns. Orbiting the habitable zone has two suns. NASA.government.
And it isn't visible. Or they
So
don't
how do you
claim
know?
that.
So everybody should tell Pastor Will Duffy that even your so-called final experiment has no validation for the globe, because now they can just claim two suns for a globe.
Okay. Gotcha.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly, David. How do the electronics function when they can't go past 120 degrees Fahrenheit? What's up, Roger Little? Thank you for your $2 super chat. He says, "Holy sh, 2 suns! Wow." Yeah. So it seems to me like the Globers are making excuses for their Antarctic expedition right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there again, the final expedition. That's what I think TFE should stand for, because, or no, not the final, the free expedition, because there's nothing final about it. It's not it's not an experiment. So if you want to keep TFE, the free expedition. There you go. And just there's no such thing as a free lunch. I'll just add that in there.
The only truth in that sentence is the. I mean, it's it.
Yeah, there's the only fact word there.
Yeah.
The article.
Yeah.
Until now, it doesn't bring in any good to the Flat Earth Society or to anyone.
Well, it really pisses them off when we don't agree that it means the Earth is a globe because of some shit they see. Okay, that it won't just throw out the rest. That really pisses them off, and I've noticed that.
So there's a hidden planet now behind the sun, but it doesn't, and they've never noticed it before, orbiting the sun, because I guess if it's behind the sun, it should be orbiting the sun, shouldn't it?
Well, and that would throw off all their fucking orbital mechanics as to how the whole solar is. Now you're all screwed up. You think of 3-body problems of thing. Now we got a hidden body problem.
Madness, isn't it?
That's crazy. Yeah, it will put off all the gravitational constants that they're claiming to have, because it it wouldn't work like it's supposed to.
Dark planet. Yeah, that's it.
It's a massless planet, so that's why it works. It's by some miracle. It's just so massless that it doesn't have any attraction.
You will get such a damn answer that you wouldn't believe it. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Oh man, these people that come up with these stories, I'm sure they got some drunk dude just sitting in a basement somewhere and just making up stories and say, let's see what this guy's gonna come up with.
Well, when the media now joins. Yeah.
Sean's still watching us.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he's watching today's show or not.
No, it's today's show.
Is it?
You on there now? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some food so I can.
Yeah, get some food. Make him drool. But you know what, Sean? You know what's gonna help your audience, so you have more than 5 people watching at a time.
It's a pleasure to be.
You know, when you're reviewing someone, you make them the main screen. And then that little 3D printing thing of yours, you put small in the background if you want to show it.
This is the guy that can't eat, but he buys a 3D printer. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Had to get a mobility scooter from some welfare outfit. See, he wants to be a glutton on the state, a tick on the backs of the taxpayer, and then ridicule people. You know, that should be the most humble fucking guy in the world right there. You know, I
You should
have
be
my
thankful.
subsistence at the expense of everyone else because I'm as worthless
I
as
mean,
tits on a fish. You know,
well, actually, he shouldn't eat then, Sov, because it's your tax money. You pay. Are you helping him food? You giving him food, man.
I know it.
And he hates you so much. Then he shouldn't eat.
There you go.
Yeah.
He'll become a breatharian. He looks like a breatharian, doesn't he?
Ooh, I got it here. Mouth watering.
Oh, the world is Babylon is on fire. My friends, really, it's so crazy everything, you know. When you see the whole world, it's don't look good.
Oh yes, I saw this. Apparently, there's an Ethiopian woman that hasn't eaten and drank water for 16 years. Bullshit.
Wow.
Okay, of course.
And people are gonna fall for that. Look at this.
Wow.
Woman claims to have gone 16 years without eating and drinking.
Yeah.
There are these light guys.
Yeah. Of course.
They're much.
It's not even like she's skinny either and she's got hollow cheeks and stuff like that. She looks fine. Yeah, no.
Look at this.
Oh,
Yeah, but look at
that's
this.
a lie.
An
Pure
Ethiopian woman has claimed that she has neither eaten nor drunk a glass of water in the past 16 years, describing her condition as a work of God. She remains a medical enigma, with numerous healthcare professionals unable to provide an explanation. Sorry,
lying?
did they actually go and test this?
I would say that she's lying.
I would say,
guys. But wait.
So
in 16 years, she hasn't drank water. What's that in her hand?
yeah, she's making a tea, no? Or something like that. Yeah.
You can't prove that that's from her.
Crazy.
I like to tease myself with it, you know.
Oh my!
It's such bullshit.
But you see how gullible people are.
I like to show myself that I'm missing this stuff, and I'm trying. She's testing how strong she is. God, how strong God is within her. Yeah.
Wow.
Living it like and cold about it, so cool.
Is that good?
What was it?
Wait, let me make it big. Let me make it big for. There we go. This for Sean.
Man.
Sour cream.
Oh.
Whoa.
After a good one, this is fine.
Yep, exactly. If you don't eat, you don't poop. If you don't poop, you die. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
I think I know. That's what Sean's problem is. He doesn't eat enough to poop, so the shit stays in his head.
Or maybe he just can't poop, and that's what makes him grumpy. I can't poop, God damn it!
And that's why he's the way he is. Yeah, I guess so. Oh man,
They have to change that book. Everybody poops except Sean Hawkins.
Which one? The first one, the second?
The thing is, for her to be able to do that, she then claims to have overcome entropy.
I'm for sure he was cloned for much times.
That woman claiming to have gold. That's ridiculous. Who was it? Jimmy Sands? Jerry Sands. 63 days was it? He went without food and then died. So on hunger strike. Irish dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jerry Sands. Yeah, Jerry Sands.
You can't even go a week without water. Even that is like taking it to the extremes. You can't go a few days without water. A week is like usually 3 to 4 days maximum without water.
That's it. Definitely, you can go longer.
And Ethiopia is not cold. You understand?
Right.
You'll be dehydrated within 2 days in Ethiopia. You won't be able to do anything. And CISA 16 years without water. I'm sorry, that's just not
full of shit. I think that's a lie. You know, it's like people claim all kinds of shit. There's people claim that they're a cat, but they're not. You know, they're just crazy. Is all.
Yeah. Fucked up in the head.
David, a breatharian is people that believe you only need vitamin D from the sun. You don't need to eat or drink.
Yeah, is that what
You
I
just
want?
go
I mean,
outside, put your face in the sun, and breathe.
blind people, they're dying, a lot of them,
They
because
do breathing exercises as well, but yeah, they just think the sun, they can live off the sun.
they
But you know
just
what was
want the
sad?
energy of the sun.
But you know what was sad about that? The founder of the Breatharian Church or whatever was caught eating at a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Or something.
They do go in
Yes,
mad,
it's true.
They do go in mad fasts, but they definitely eat. They lie. They're definitely skinny on that, but they eat.
The food what never saw light.
Has anybody seen that Dave Batista? I don't even know if it's real light, but he's been on a diet and eating plant-based food and that, and he looks anorexic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want none of that shit. You know, this is the thing too with these vegans. They always making shit out of plants that
Oh, it is
looks
McDonald's.
well. It tastes and looks like meat. And I have yet to find somebody that has made a carrot that looks and tastes like a carrot out of meat. How come nobody makes any meat that tastes like vegetables? They always want to take the vegetable, make it look and taste like meat.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. It was McDonald's. Lead of bizarre diet cult that lives without food and water called eating McDonald's.
Well, they weren't technically they weren't eating food.
Yeah, they ate cardboard.
They were eating something that's in place of food, you know. So technically, she's right. I mean, there's nothing under the golden arches that belongs in a human body at all. That's just the reality of that.
For sure.
Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista was always so cold.
I don't know if it's real, like, 'cause it looks sick.
Wait, let's
No,
see.
I've seen him. He has definitely gone a lot thinner. I've
it?
seen him on a thing. He looked a lot thinner.
Okay.
So I was thinking more about his that's what I've seen.
Being a huge guy, yeah. Yeah, okay. That was him.
He's a lot
But he was on
thinner.
steroids at the time. I know he was on
Yeah,
steroids.
for sure.
Oh, he stopped taking his steroids.
No, he stopped training.
It's hard.
Yeah. The thing is, Michael, remember, he was on steroids, and I've seen a lot of
it says he's been eating plant-based foods as well.
Yeah,
though.
he's vegan, gone vegan, but he's not on steroids anymore. So remember, all that gains he had was water.
Oh yeah, definitely.
See, he's Illuminati either. But yeah, he did talk about it when he was making the last Guardians of the Galaxy. He did say it would be his last Guardians of the Galaxy because training and obviously taking roids and all that is taken out of him. So he needs to, because of his age, he's in his 50s now, he wants to chill out a bit. So I dare say he had done that. I dare say he's done that intentionally.
Well, you see, if he just went natural from the beginning, he would have had that problem because he would have had natural muscle.
Of course,
it would have taken much. It would have been much. I'd have put it. It take much longer for that muscle to get depleted if it was actual muscle.
Of course.
And I believe there's really like an industry behind of the steroids. They always get better every year because look at the when there's a world championship or something, they always make a new record, you know. So I really think this just is in the sports, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can even look at Ronnie Coleman now. I mean, he was a.
Oh, he's a lot smaller.
If you've ever watched Ronnie Coleman when he was in his prime,
he's crippled now, isn't he?
If you look at his legs and stuff now, you can see he's got muscle there, but it's not what it was because he was on roids.
I know. But he killed himself.
Literally depletes. I mean, you can look, even Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, they're built, but it's not natural muscle. So because they're not on roids anymore, it looks bad.
And
it's disgusting.
Hormone stuff, definitely.
I mean, I can show you natural people today in their 70s, like looking better than people in their 20s with muscles. You know what I mean? It's like, if you do it naturally, it's there.
It's yeah.
There's an old woman about 80-year-old on YouTube, and she's proper buff.
It's crazy.
But also it's better to look like Michelle Obama or like one who takes steroids.
Michael Obama.
I mean, there's some people that are like, wow,
Mike.
for their age, it's like crazy.
I just realised you haven't been on camera tonight, have you, Flat? Is your camera knackered?
No, I got a bit of a headache tonight,
Oh,
so
is that what it is?
I'm walking with my eyes closed most of the
I
time.
don't blame you.
It will look
Oh,
weird if I just sit here talking with my camera on, my eyes are closed all the time.
You know what's the medicine for it, Flat? Yeah.
My headache's much better now, by the way. I took 2 strong medication tablets, so
Okay.
everything's turning around me. So,
Oh.
guys, yeah, Coriolis is real, man. I feel it.
Yeah, man. Where was that?
Oh, man.
Damn pharmacy. Stay at the natural health products. It's better.
Wow, we've got like 20 minutes left of the stream. Any questions anybody wants to ask us? Hey, Mr. Austin Powers. Sounds like Austin Powers after he was unfrozen for a while.
Damn it,
Yeah.
I always think Dave's frozen because he's very good at being still.
He's very good.
I'm looking
You
for
do
this.
that thing.
I'm looking for this thing about the air on the Earth, how it would have to be work if it was with their Velcro air shit.
Oh yeah. I still want to know if the moon is in Earth's atmosphere, how can they claim to be in space at only 60 kilometers?
I know.
It's in here.
No, I don't believe in space. No.
What's your go-to proof for flat Earth? Well, it depends.
Both it's the same, you know. You know.
Yeah, I would say.
We're matching
I would say
on
it
you
depends.
guys, you know. You're more ahead of this stuff, or you know. So, yeah, thanks for every knowledge you can give us. You know, you can give us.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think it depends with what argument you want to present.
You know,
which
we are
type
more
of
to the
people.
north, you know, and we have more seasonal changes. You really realize this, so it makes so much more sense. Everything, yes, when you just look a little bit at the natural behavior, you know, what goes around you, and
yeah.
It's great.
Well,
It's great. I love to live in Austria. Really, I love it. Mm.
Yeah. So if you see what you got on the screen, the eddy currents alone disprove a Velcro there.
I thought that was pretty poignant.
Because they use the Hadley cells to claim because of the hurricanes and everything. But I mean, those eddy currents show, hello, not a Velcro there.
Right.
I don't believe in the globe.
Crazy kind of stuff to think that, though, isn't it? You can literally see clouds going different ways.
I know. I know.
And
I think
they also have their winds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, I think if you want to talk to co-workers, the best one I would say is level water or gas pressure without containment. Just get them to think about it. It's like get them to say, have you ever been able to see a demonstration where gas pressure doesn't require containment? And when they ask, then they say no. You can say, okay, then how are you guys claiming to have an open Earth in a vacuum? Or you can show them water, and you can say, okay, water always lies level. Constructions always use water to level everything, and it doesn't bend. Where's the curve?
Bill, to your senses, said, what do you think about giant stance if there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Well, I would say it doesn't matter if there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I think his stance is ridiculous to say that the observations he's already done and measurements he's already done go down the window.
It's all right, Peachy.
Yeah, it's not going to matter what he
It's not going to
thinks.
matter.
It's gonna, no matter what you're gonna do. No, for me, it's sure, it's what it was PJ with the um, David Weiss, who was asked 20 times just not this normal question: do you believe if the Earth is flat? And he's just.
Well, it was 12 we counted to, but when we did it, me and Michael did it like about a month or so ago. I got up to 16, then lost count. But when we did it the other day, Chris, we only got up to 12, and I stopped that. And it was
We stopped there. It was enough.
But David, if they say gravity, you just tell them, well, they can't claim gravity because gravity is not a force.
Yep.
Einstein superseded it 9 years ago, and it's not a force, so therefore it can't do anything. And even if they gave it as a force, it wouldn't be strong enough to do anything. So can they demonstrate gravity even as a force holding gas to not separate into a separate system? So even if they bring up gravity, you can just hold them on their claim and say, okay, you're making a claim, so demonstrate gravity doing what you claim.
Oh, they'll just jump in and say the gradient. And it's like, okay, prove that the gradient is caused by gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Or there's two ways you can break it. You can say prove it's caused by gravity, or you can say, do you understand to have that pressure gradient, you first require the gas pressure, which first requires the containment.
Yep.
For sure, it's no doubt that the Earth is flat and stationary. There's really no doubt, and I'm 100% sure about this. And much is more of for sure true with the dome and everything, and the sun for sure. So there's no doubt about it, When
Well, David, you know what you can do, Dave? Invite him to come have a chat with us sometime. We'll be more than happy to make a special post to talk
But
to them.
you can't make people see it. You know what I mean?
No, you can't.
Civilization.
There are some people where you get a chance, to change him, but some people just can think.
They choose not to.
This is brain damage.
That's an unfortunate truth.
Yeah, they are so programmed, they never would give up. And the longer they've been in their learning process, that it makes it harder to bring him back, to take his beliefs.
Yeah. What's up, DD?
Sad.
All right, so here's the Times of India. Times of India says a 720-foot huge asteroid approaching Earth at high speed.
Shit, what are we gonna do now?
As soon as you say asteroid, as soon as you said asteroid, that's when my it just goes to
I have to be fast now. Maybe it's my last one.
This was a post by this guy. I swear to God, I think he has 2 brain cells left in his head, and they're fighting each other for dominance. He put this up: quick, flirts, get your thinking caps on. You've got 10 days to find an excuse for what this is. It's more bullshit that they're just feeding you. That's what it is. So there you go.
Wow.
It's just made to expect it to closest approach, okay? Past approximately 620,000 miles from Earth. About 2.6 times the distance of the moon.
Oh, man.
Six times?
Wow.
Wow.
2.6 times the distance from the moon.
Not too
And
far.
that's supposed to make it not a flat Earth. How exactly?
I have no idea, man. You have to have an excuse for what it is. That's what the guy is asking. I'm going to reply to it. I'm going to tell him it's more made up. I figured it out.
It's made of
Big
ice.
Dummy. Hello, Big Dummy. What a name. How's it going?
I'm going fine. How about yourself?
Hey, welcome, Big Dummy.
So, what do you say about that second son again?
What
does the article say?
How you doing? You good?
Oh, I'm great.
Groovy.
haven't seen you for ages.
I know. It's been forever.
Well, for all you know, we might just have 8 suns just now. So
8.
Well, according to Zetetic Warrior, the sun does an infinite amount of things.
yeah. The sun's gonna start sprouting and having babies.
Sure, why not? It's you got some kind of a made up fantasy. You can make up anything to go along
You
with.
can make up really anything. Yeah. So what it matter if 9 or 10? What
It's
does
like
it
I hear
matter?
these people and their stupid excuses. It's the same dumb shit. They start playing, well, it could have been. And I'm like, how do you explain this guy, 80-year-old dude's ear healing up with no sign of trauma to it? Oh, yeah, plastic surgery, oh, makeup, and all this other dumb shit. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? Come on. Let's just go with the obvious answer, man. It's fake. That's the obvious answer.
And chalk it up to the hand of God. That's who did all this stuff, and just in time to save everybody's model and lifestyle and whatever else they believe in. So,
Damn. People looking for this justification, and we've been seeing a little more of a crack in the smiling Bob preacher persona of Will Duffy here as time gets closer and closer to it, and as he's getting more and more shit. I know it's pissing him off that there's a large amount of flat earthers that are saying no, that's not going to prove the Earth's a globe. Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. That's all we need to do is just say to everybody, why are you worrying about it? It doesn't prove a globe or a flat Earth. The only ones that have the issue are the globies, because if it doesn't show it, they're the ones that are wrong. If it shows it or not shows it, it doesn't change the flat Earth.
No, for me never.
They have a lot of obstacles to overcome.
Wouldn't it bother you that if your position was so weak that you had to make up excuses to make it be real? Wouldn't you kind of be embarrassed to have that standpoint? I certainly would. I mean, if your best proof of this myth of mass attracting mass is some 18th century crackpot hanging fucking shit in a shed, some janky ass looking little contraption, that's the best you've got in the 21st century, I would be embarrassed to present it.
Absolutely.
They aren't, though. They still do it. I promise you, they don't care.
But they don't care. Yeah, they're ready for everything.
I ain't ready for asking for a demonstration of air being affected in any way whatsoever by gravity. No, they just say, well, air has mass and mass attracts mass. No, it doesn't. That's a myth. Okay, right off. That's a myth. Stop operating from there. Okay, and show a demonstration. And if you believe that, take a mass of air and have it be attracted to another mass. I don't give a fuck what it is. Go ahead, do it.
It won't happen, sir.
Just deny science. I'm like, no, we're using science right now. That's all you got to do. Just show that. Demonstrate it. They say, well, it's held by gravity. It's pulled by gravity. So you can show air with an acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared? Really?
Exactly. We don't have to care so much about this. What's gonna be, it's gonna be. I think maybe they make a fake or try to make a fake, so it will come out. The fake will come out.
Happen, bro. I don't even.
Yeah, I don't know how what they're really up to. It's really strange what we already was talking about.
I know what they're up to. It has nothing to do with Antarctica either. Okay, we are the final experiment. Okay, it has nothing to do with Antarctica, because look what it's done. Look what it's caused.
Yeah, how much damage it already has brought. It brought nothing good until no.
And I look at it like this: it's just separating the wheat from the tares.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a lot of talk, a lot of energy, for sure. It's like a differential, but it makes no much differential, I'm just sure for it. But I'm not really sure. For me, it wouldn't much matter. But the Earth would still be stationary and flat. That's what I would like to say.
Mm-hmm. It's not
Hey,
going to
Chris Lord,
suddenly.
what's up, man?
It's not going to suddenly shit can everything else. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just wrong-headed thinking.
Oh, here's another one. Yeah, Richard Vobes as well. A second sun in the solar system. Oh, see, it's everywhere now.
The solar system is a big thing to say, though. It's a whole system where there's probably more suns as well. So what does he mean when he says like that?
The Globers are claiming there's now more than one sun in the solar system. And we
Inside
think
our
it's
Earth,
really
or
odd. It's really odd that they're pushing this now with this final experiment.
An invisible or visible sun.
Yeah, it's really weird. The Nemesis theory.
No. What they are claiming, it's visible. So,
They claim it's visible and invisible.
okay. Strange.
Wow, that's amazing.
That sounds
It
like
really is.
That sounds like black
It's
sun
sort of
talk.
like a black hole. We've observed
they're talking
something you
about the black
can't
hole?
see.
You
You know
know,
what I'm saying? It's sort of like a black hole. We've observed something you can't see. Remember, it's impossible to see a black hole, but we've got a picture of it.
Yeah, using photography, which requires light. Yeah, okay.
I know people talk about the black sun, the one you can't see, the one that's possibly the one that goes in front of the moon and the sun when we get the
Rahu
eclipses
and
and stuff.
Ketu.
Yeah,
Rahu and
yeah, that's the
Ketu,
only
yeah.
thing I can, make sense of. But not some magic black hole that's also a sun now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy.
guys, closing statements for tonight.
That was fun. And plenty of questions. Nah, it was good.
Picture what you're up to. You're
Nice
making
chat.
something
Yeah, it
tonight.
was a good chat. Good chat.
Really great. Sadly, I can't.
My last my
Thanks,
final
guys.
statement is it's a load of horse hockey, dude. All
Yeah.
they're just making this stuff up as they go along.
I know.
Yeah.
I say all we really need are fish sticks, rubbers, and a getaway car. Everything.
A getaway car and some fuel. Yeah.
Nice.
You know, Stu, where you want to go.
But I am on tomorrow night. Actually, I was thinking. Yeah, I was on today, and I did half of the testimony of Tough Talk, and I said I'd do other half tomorrow. But guys, I forgot I'm on tomorrow night, so it's something else tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're on tomorrow night, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing. I've put the
Tonight,
link in the chat. Most evil Christian false teachers tier list by Daniel C. Just got to review that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's that Daniel C guy again. The one that's been doing the Todd White did the Todd White and did the Bill Johnson one. Same guy. So I'm going to do that tomorrow night. And I'm sure he'll give us his reasons why. So I'll be reviewing that tomorrow night.
I feel my leg growing now, even as you speak.
But as for the testimony, the second half of the testimony, I'll have to do the day after. Unless I've got time in the afternoon, which I'm not going to promise, so I'm not putting it up. So
As long as it's not your third leg that grows when you talk.
This is tomorrow. This is the same time tomorrow. The same time as Flat started. Same time as Flat started tonight. Flatzoid started tonight. This will be
Tonight
tomorrow.
you were here, you know. So, yeah.
Tomorrow, because Flat's
Understand you.
about this time.
Yeah.
I think it adds to that expression: somebody's pulling your leg, and then somebody's
just don't let
pissing
them pull
down
your
your
third leg.
back. Yeah. Well, I've been trying to get that done for free, but that doesn't happen. I'm not going to recant that statement.
Yeah, it depends on what leg you're trying to get pulled, Rod.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And it's really something free. In my belief, you always have to wonder, Not much is free in the world, Connected
Yeah,
to
you're right.
money, yeah.
Especially getting their leg pulled. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. I always wonder when something is free, why he's doing that.
Somebody's getting a phone call.
Well, like,
Good call.
You got to make your ringer as irritating as possible so that you'll answer.
Yeah.
oh, you just need the standard Motorola one.
That's why my
gonna make
alarms are crowing.
My son
Dun,
got
dun,
this
dun,
phone.
dun, dun, dun.
My son got this phone that the screen actually folds up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't
Well,
know.
they
I don't
do,
want one. When this
but
one dies, that's it. No more. I'm not getting
they
it.
do wear and tear on the screen though, because it's obviously you've got a floppy screen on it, and eventually it does start splitting.
Yeah, I would figure it would want to work harden itself.
Mhm.
You know, kind of like when you bend anything a bunch of times.
Yeah, of course.
Well, in engineering, the most movable parts need more repair. So,
But if the Earth wasn't a globe, you wouldn't even have anything. You wouldn't even have pants. You know, if the Earth wasn't a globe.
That's right. That's true.
Well, you guys must have a great evening. Oh wait, but
Really
Solve, you're also
great.
gonna have a show. Are you not?
What's that now?
You're also gonna have a show tomorrow, correct?
Yeah.
Live.
You're always on Tuesday night. I might go live tonight. Well, depending on whether or not I want to do it or not.
Got to do more covers of Aurora and the bike gangs. Yeah.
Oh no, we beat the hell out of that thing. That's just a big stupid story made up by I don't know who, but what it's to try and make it look like is look at what Harris has done. Look what the Biden administration has done. Illegal people are coming in just like in Batman and they're taking over apartment complexes. No, that's not really happening. Yes, the migrant problem is a problem. I agree 100%. But you don't have to listen, you only hurt your position when you make up shit. Okay? If you have to make up stories in order to make your position seem like it's a real position, then it totally discounts everything that you presented that was legitimate up to that point.
You can only lie so many times, right?
Right. So now you've already lied about getting shot. Okay, pulled that whole big fiasco off on people. You know, and you look at it. Here's what it comes down to: do you want a one world government under Zionism or communism? There's your choice.
Beautiful choice.
Yeah, I don't want either one of them. That's why I
Let's
think
just say fuck off and just
Right.
let it do our own thing.
Anyway,
if your vote actually counted, right,
Yeah.
then why don't they just have candidate A, candidate B, and none of the above? Then if none of the above wins, you got to do it over.
But this
Oh,
this
it's-
soft
it's
this
the
doesn't
same-
change like in Austria. You can choose 7 parties or 8, but this choosing anything. This changes.
It doesn't actually matter what happens.
changes
I mean,
anything.
it doesn't matter. Like in South Africa, we got we got that like linked party now. They like banded all the parties together, and it's still a clown show, still the same rubbish. So it doesn't
We had some good people, but they were really they killed them.
Well,
Anyway,
it makes as
anyway
much
guys,
sense.
I gotta go.
But it makes as much sense as, oh, my car won't start. I'm going to paint it. And see if that helps.
That's a good one. Hey.
You know?
Yeah. Thanks all for coming. Really
No, really, the
appreciate all
good
the super
people
chats.
what want to make some good for the people. Were really
Chris, it's time to finish. Chris, it's time to finish.
Okay,
It's time to
sorry,
go home.
that's it. I enjoyed
Thank you for all
so
the super
much.
chats. You guys rock. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Enjoy
Thanks.
the show tomorrow by PJ's.
Thank
Make sure to drop by Roger's show and Soft Show as well. And hit Michael's 2 latest videos. Really good.